Hey guys, Scare9 here, and welcome back to my channel today. And in this video, we're just going to be going over some of the things we learned from IGN's first preview from today. As always, I will have that linked down in the video description, but we are going to be hitting all of the highlights in this video. So we actually learned quite a bit from this. Initially, it didn't seem like we learned much new information, but if you really take a deep dive, we actually learned quite a bit of stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at what all this stuff is. So first off, we learned that the Iron Temple will be returning in the form of a Crucible map called Vostok, or Vostok. I'm not really sure, I'm bad at pronunciation. I'm pretty sure it actually is Vostok. But it is essentially the back half of the Iron Temple where you could go out when it was during the Iron Banner in Destiny 1. Now this is really interesting because it almost seems like that it was designed like a Crucible map first, and then they put it into Destiny 1 as a social space. If you look at how circular this is, how even all the sides are, it really does feel like a Crucible map more than a social space, which is really interesting. Now in this gameplay, you can actually see they added a whole bunch of stuff to this map. There's new buildings, new sniper towers, new advantage points, stuff like that, which is really awesome. But the biggest new thing is that there's an entire cave network that runs throughout the middle of the map that will directly take you to all three flags. Now that being said, this is confirmed to be a control map. We're not really sure how that's going to work, if those maps can be played in Clash as well, but it is guaranteed to be a control map, which is really cool. Now overall, this is like our first real snowy Crucible map. It looks very circular, very balanced. Above each of the three control points, there's actually like a sniper position. So they wanted each flag to feel like a fortress that you could hold down or that you could rush into other people's fortresses and take, which is really awesome. It's got a fantastic feel and I'm very excited to play it. Now, the next things we learned actually have to do with the Sentinel Titan. We learned that the Sentinel Titan actually has the Void Wall grenade from the Night Stalker in Destiny 1. In addition to that, we got to see a Sentinel Titan face off with a Dawnblade Warlock. Now, it was really interesting to see how they would face off and compare to each other. We currently know that every super takes 2 hits to kill any other super within Destiny 2, which is really interesting. But the thing that was extremely interesting to me was that it didn't seem to have the same type of auto lock when it was fighting the Warlock. I'm not sure if that's just something that the player wasn't good enough to activate. Maybe he wasn't getting close enough in the vicinity. If there's something where if you're fighting another super, there's not as much auto aim or something like that. Either way, I'm really interested to see how the subclasses compare within the full game. And then another subclass, Striker, was also featured very prominently. And we did learn that Shoulder Charge will be returning in Destiny 2, which we already knew, but it now takes a melee charge whenever you use it, and it is not a one-hit kill anymore. I said that correctly, it is not a one-hit kill. In fact, it only seems to do the same amount of damage as a regular melee, around 90 points of damage, which is really interesting. Now, the next thing with the Striker Titan is that you can see that he was running 2 separate grenades, but in this clip where it kind of zooms out into third person, he is not wearing, or he does not appear to be wearing, any type of exotic armor piece. He definitely does not have the armamentarium on, so I'm not sure if there's another exotic that we just can't see is an exotic, or if this is a perk within their skill tree, but somehow in some way you will be able to get 2 grenades on a Striker Titan, which is very interesting. Now the next thing we learned is just very quick. We learned that you can now get precision hits with shotguns. If you guys remember, I believe it was with Rise of Iron, they actually nerfed shotguns so you can no longer get precision damage. It might have been with the Dawning, but either way, in Destiny 1 you cannot get headshots with legendary shotguns. Well, in this gameplay, you can see that this person very clearly does hit a headshot with a shotgun from quite far away, so we do know that precision damage is returning to shotguns within Destiny 2. And the final thing I do want to hit on is that whenever some of these supers went off and they got a kill, you could actually see that the camera zoomed in, and there's some text in the top right-hand corner of the screen that the camera guy was actually blurring out. So we're not really sure if this was part of an unfinished build, if there's some type of secret or something like that, but either way, there is something that they did not want us to see, and they were trying to cleverly avoid this by zooming in the camera. But like I said, you can still see the blurred out text, and this only seemed to happen whenever a certain supers would get kills. And I know I did say that was the final one, but I do want to just hint on the fact that some of these gun models are returning and how I feel about that. Now, some people I've been seeing all over the forums and Reddit and in my comment section seem to have some problems with gun models returning, and I just want to say, I don't think it's a bad thing. If you take a look at what Borderlands 2 did on Borderlands 1, pretty much the entire weapon system was completely different. I don't believe there was even a single gun that looked exactly the same, and that was almost like a negative aspect of Borderlands 2 to me. You know, it kind of ruins the continuity of a franchise. If within the first game you have certain gun models, but they do not return in the sequel, like what happened to them? Did they all just disappear? Did Gaul destroy all the guns in Destiny 2? You know, whatever happened. And for that reason, I'm actually glad that they're bringing back some of the same gun models. It'll also mean that we will have some familiar feeling archetypes, which will be really nice loading into a brand new game. But keep in mind, each weapon type now has 6 separate archetypes, so they're not always going to be the same, even if they have the same weapon skin. So just keep an open mind until you guys get to play it within the beta. Now, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know what you think about all of these things down in the comment section below. No one hit shoulder charge. That's all I needed to hear, and my life is now complete. Destiny 2, as far as I'm concerned, is the best game ever. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like rating and to share it with your friends. If you are interested in watching either of the 2 videos linked on screen, including the one where I show you how to pre-download the Destiny 2 beta, you can click their respective annotations to be taken to them. If you are brand new to my channel, make sure to hit the giant version of my logo to be subscribed for more awesome Destiny 2 videos and live streams. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and I will see you in my next video.